Alright, we're back. One thing that we're going to do, I don't have any paper plates, apparently all I have are plastic plates, but you can just use an old cardboard box. This is yogurt, but yogurt box. But once you dip your wax, you're going to move them over here. And again, you probably need some pliers. I like my trusty old needle nose pliers. But you'll drop them in. It's a real simple deal. You can use a plier to drop them in, but you'll probably definitely need them to move them around a little bit. Anyways, it's a simple deal. Just rotate them around. It gets a little warm. Just move them around. You can do 2 or 3 at a time. Just get them in there, move them around. I thought I had more wax, but any kind of wax will do. You just have to play with it to find out. But one thing for sure is when you're dipping these around, you're moving them about, what you want to make sure is that it gets on the inside of the bundle there. And as you can see, it needs to get in there. This is probably a better one. See, it's starting to get in the middle there. And that a lot of that has to do with the fact that I don't have very much wax to get in there. You could probably use a spoon. Make sure you get an old spoon. You don't want to piss your wife off by using good stuff. But that's basically it. Move your pan around, soak them up real good. And once you get that taken care of, you can grab it because it's going to be hot. This is not all done, but it's enough. Put it over there to the side. Grab it. Let it drip for a second and see how it's running out. You don't want that stuff on your stove. When you have 2 hands, I got 1 hand on the camera. When you have 2 hands, you can cup it with cardboard or something, or you can move your cardboard here a little closer. So we'll just move it right on over there. And we just let them sit. And over time they'll dry. And once they're dry, you'll be good to go. When you start running low on wax like this, don't just throw it. You can turn off your fire and let it go. But this is it's a wax strip. What is that? I can't even talk. What this is cut up. It's a cut up bucket from popcorn bucket is what it is. It's a cut up popcorn bucket. You can use cups, paper cups. Don't use styrofoam. Don't use plastic because that stuff burns nasty. Stinks. Smells like shit. So what you want to do is you want to get your paper cups, save them, cut them up, and drop them in here. You can actually do more than 1 at a time. I'm only doing 1 at a time right now because I'm just kind of giving a demonstration here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you're basically just coating it, and you let it drip off, just like the bundles, and you stick them in there. And that's how that works. Again, if you're not careful, you can make a pretty good mess. But I got some wax bundles here, or not bundles, but wax strips. This is what it looks like when it's all done. And it'll burn like hell. I can't remember how much I spent on these, but they were a pretty penny. Bought a package of 12, 13, or 12, I think it's 15, I don't know. That's a pretty good amount, but I bought these and they didn't burn any different than these. So I mean, it's not to mention the plastic starts smelling like shit. So anyways, just some food for thought, something that you can do. It's real cheap. Cardboard cost you the amount that you bought the yogurt from. Wax is just broken candles, and the string maybe $2 or $3. So what you're looking at is $2 or $3 of household items, probably at the very most maybe $10 of household items, and that's it. You'll be good to go. You're ready to go. You're done. What you're looking at is a few bucks, $10 household items, and you got yourself a fire starter kit for a fire starter, you don't have to buy this shit. I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, it works okay, don't get me wrong. This works good. But the amount that I paid for this and the amount that I paid for this, the bundle of string that I've had for quite some time now, and I've used it on a regular basis. And it's not, they weren't very much. Per bundle, we're talking about a strip probably about that big from here to here. So, you can keep yourself together that way. And one other thing, I'm referring to these as wax. I mean, I'm using wax in this one, but you can use things like petroleum jelly, your cooking grease. I saw this right here. You use olive oil or any kind of oil, soak up your stuff in. Let me turn the stove off. Soak up your cardboard, soak up your other things, your cotton balls, whatever you want. You can drop cotton balls into this thing too. Anything that will absorb it and burns clean is what you want to use. So I mean, you can make strips of yes, careful kiddo, it's hot. You can make strips of clothing. There's on and on and on. We'll talk about that stuff. It's hot, kiddo, be careful.
Hot?
Yeah. Alright, so that's all. We'll catch y'all later.